Hello, it's lunchtime. Are you coming down? Oh, that's a yes. You're going to steal the ham out my sandwich, aren't you? So, I don't know if anyone can see, but you were at the vet's yesterday. You can see the fur's been shaved a little bit, having her blood tests. Should get the answers today. Find out. Hopefully there's nothing wrong with you. And you're just a naturally pukey cat. Right, okay, so you'll notice that the building desk hasn't changed at all, and it's basically got dust gathering on it. I can't see much building happening in the near future, and because I haven't done any more painting, I haven't quite got enough vloggy material for you this week. So, one thing I am doing, and I'm just moving the thing off the back of the chair. Because the chair is the only place I can put the thing. Well, I could possibly put the thing there. Anyway, I thought we could explore together and find out what is in some of these boxes, because it's been an age since I've looked in them. Inny, minny, miny, bow. What is in the Black Legion box? God, this is heavy. That's quite low down. That'll hurt my back. Let's look on here instead. Alright, someone just fell out. What was that? Oh, Khorne Berserker in Sand Reaver colours. Right, what have we got in here? This is a bag of... Oh, it's Chosen. So I think this is the Marines out of Dark Imperium? The 7th Ed box set, with a few others kit bashed to look similar, to do some Chosen. Oh, I might use those for a different army now. Who knows? What else? What else do we have? We've got some classic Raptors to make up my unit from 10 to 15. That's cool. And we've got all of my metal Terminators that were down for the black. Oh, Abaddon. Didn't get very far with the metal Abaddon. I still really like the metal Abaddon. Yeah, so there's probably 15 metal Terminators in here that need painting. Nice big unit. I've got up here somewhere this also covered in dust. This is a Cicerone? No, not a Cicerone. It's the sort of double land raider that holds 20 troops. My idea was to 25 troops. I thought, yeah, I'm going to have Abaddon and 10 Terminators come bursting out of that. But I never got that far. Hello. I know, I'm supposed to be downstairs feeding you ham. And these look like leftover odds and sods from the Sand Reavers that haven't been stripped down from the bad old days of Bland Edition. Oh, Khorne Lord in Sand Reaver colours. I quite liked that model. Another Khorne Lord from an Internet Rescue. I also have another one of these in a blister pack in the drawer somewhere. A kit-bashed Fallen Terminator Lord, Dark Angel. Don't know if I can still use that for anything. Fallen, eh? I do like these Terminators and all these Raptors. They are so top-heavy because they're metal. They don't stand up on anything. Oh, what's this? Terminator Champion. Big horns. If you've got the big horn, you're a champion. So that's what's in that box. Right, let's randomly explore another one. Good grief, that is heavy. Let's be really risky and try and open the Blood Angel work in progress box. Hang on, 1 minute. Uh-oh. That's fine. It's absolutely fine. Lots of instructions and bits cut out from all the White Dwarfs. Right, what is in the Blood Angel box? I haven't opened this for ages either. Ooh, bags. Lots of bags. What have we got in here? That looks like characters. These are all metal as well, I think. These were all my various different captains. So there was a Sanguinary Priest, First Company Captain, Second Company Captain, 10th Company Captain, Mephiston, Anzagronoth, or Dracula as the Claw likes to call him. So, characters. What else we got? Pick up another bag. This would be an honour guard from back in 4th Ed, where you had 5-man honour guards for your characters with the various combinations. Guy with an axe. Oh yeah, they've even got the I don't know how well. See, I'm looking at the bag and at the camera. I can see it's not doing very well. Even got the little skull shoulder pad for the veterans. 4-man squad. One of these is probably a sanguinary priest. The face of these guys might be to be stripped and reused. They've all got the base colours, Christmas. There's not that much work to actually get them done. This is another footbound honour guard, again with sanguinary priest, a champion, banner. Yep. Then what we got here? These really are odds and sods, I think. Oh no, it's another honour guard. It's another foot-based honour guard. If I remember back, I think I wanted 2 honour guards on foot and 2 in the air. So if I took my 2 characters, I could have an honour guard for both. Oh, what we got here? Very shiny rhino with yes, this would be the rhino for the honour guard with the Blood Angel doors. They've all got. I would have done all the red on these early because I had a formula from. I think it actually was in the 4th Ed main book. The formula for how to paint these. It involved, if I remember rightly, it was over blood red. You spray it white, paint it in blood red, then you mixed up a wash out of 1 drop of chestnut ink, 1 drop of red ink, 1 drop of matte varnish, and 10 drops of water. That was the ratio. And this is the effect that you get. It's not bad. I think I did it a bit thinner on the vehicles because the panels didn't look quite so great if it was too thick. It's that one. Ooh, Librarian Dread. Yep. What else? Very old Metal Terminator. Couple of Dreadnought bases. Oh, Furioso Dread. When they used to have really cool Magna grapples at the top that didn't just increase your charge range. It actually, if you hit a vehicle, it dragged it a number of inches towards you. That was just so freaking cool. So freaking cool. And various Dreadnought arms. What have we got in here? These are metal scouts, I think. Oh no, some of them are plastic. It's a mix of metal and plastic scouts. Yep. This was a kit. Well, not a kit bash. It was a very rough conversion of a limited edition model. I think I cut the Aquila off his backpack and stuck a Blood Angel-y thing on it instead. So I could make it look all Blood Angel-y. Still quite a nice model, that. Quite like that. Nice and heavy. Some combat shields, turrets. What's in the bag? What's sprayed black? Death Company. Lots and lots of Death Company, a mix of metal and plastic ones. Yeah. That's that. And what's it's the Terminator again. I thought it looked like a different Terminator. Right. One more box, then I gotta go and eat because I've got meetings coming up this afternoon that I really don't want to go to. Doing stuff that I really don't want to bother doing. I'd far rather eat painting and filming back reps, but never mind. Pays the bills. Pays the bills. Right then. Sisters of Battle. They're a bit topical. Old Second Ed Land Raider box. Jeez, this is all metal. What have we got in here? What are you? You're a melter? Oh, you're a multi-melter. No, you're a heavy flamer. You're more penitent, Marco-Flagellants. Another multi-melter. Then we got another multi-melter. Then a load of stuff that's been undercoated, just in some cases not very well. Looks like, we've got about 30, 40 Sisters of Battle in here. Got some Crusaders. Got some Metal Priests. There's a Confessor in here as well somewhere. Yeah, there we go. There's the Confessor. Might still use him. Not quite sure whether I should use him as a missionary or what. Vindicar Assassin, back from the days when Sisters of Battle were part of Witch Hunters, and you got all the Inquisition goodness mixed in. Oh, 4 Crusaders, that's quite nice. Lots and lots of sisters with Bolter, with Flamer, Bolter, Champion, Bolter, Flamer. There's loads more here. A couple of heavy flamers. Units of Seraphim. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 Seraphim. Another Preacher who's been half painted. Yep. Hospitaller. Very useful for getting troops back on their feet. She looks tiny now compared to the current model, but she looks tiny and in keeping with the size of the rest of my army, which is crucial. Oh, so much stuff. I could paint. Yeah, I'd love to paint all these. Worked really well for the Death of Nexus 2 campaign. But then again, I've got half a dozen demon engines that didn't work very well for the Death of Nexus 2 campaign, which I haven't painted either. The problem is that everything is really cool. And the problem with everything being really cool is I want to do it all. Right then, time to go and get lunch. See you folks in the next one. Bye for now. Hello and welcome to another hobby vlog. Right, before I talk about what I have been up to, well, you can probably infer from what I'm pointing the camera at, but if you enjoy the hobby vlogs and you want to hear more of me randomly talking about the 40k hobby and the game and those sorts of things, you might want to check out the channel memberships. I do a monthly podcast and the link is in the description below. All the info is in there. Check it out. You might be interested. You might not. That's fine too. Okay. So, what am I up to? Well, I'm in the middle of this unit of Orcs. Sorry, that's Gollum. And then I've broken off to do these demons. Yeah, okay, I'm distracting myself there by being daft. Right, I'll talk about the Orcs first. Okay, so these are my first unit of Evil Sons. 2, 4, 6, 9 boys with a knob. As my troops in my patrol. And then a boss, which is a conversion. Well, I say a conversion, it's a knob with bits and stood on a rock to make him look taller. And a rocket glued onto the shooter, the slugger, the shooter, the pistol. So that, believe it or not, is a combi rocket. Yeah. When doing all my individual orc clans, I obviously have a character for each one because you need to. But for a lot of them, I'm doing bosses as opposed to war bosses. Sadly, there isn't a boss profile in the Codex anymore. They've trimmed down on things like that. Maybe they will get a boss in future codices, and it'll fulfill a similar role to a lieutenant. But in theory, yeah. So my War is War Guts Headsplitter, who's my Bad Moon war boss. But all the other guys, all the other lads, there'll be a biggest one of each of the different clans, and they will be a boss. And I'll use the war boss stats for them. So just using my standard orc patina. Oh, hello. Say hi to your fans. They come to watch you, not me. That's your tail on the camera. Right, hello. I'm going to switch hands if we're going to do that. I don't know if you can hear her purring. I was watching back one of my videos the other day, and I think it was the one about the smoke plumes, and she was snoring so loudly. And obviously I know it's her snoring, but I don't know what it sounded like to people in the background, but it was really loud and really obvious. Right, can I carry on? Okay. So, what's my technique? Well, I start with the orc flesh because it needs dry brushing, and that gets paint. So was the answer no, I can't carry on? Why are you licking me? I'm not covered in gravy. That's a Tuesday. Right, back to this guy. So I do the orc flesh first. I can't get my camera to do the focusing thing. The Omnisize gubbins is a mystery to me. Yeah. So anyway, so it's what is it? It's Wah flesh, then Bael'Tan green, then dry brush of War Boss green, and then a light dry brush on the face with Skarsnik green. It is quite a nice effect. Then what I do is I go around with all these other colours. So lead belcher on all the lead, and then a bit of Balthazar gold on some of the like sprockety things. Randomly picking this guy up again. Will you take your claws out of my arm, please? You are shredding my arm. She's shredding my arm. Anyone would think you got no attention. Yes, so I put. Will you decide which arm you want to fuss over? Right, I'm going to carry on, and I'm going to try and do the filming left-handed without picking up the models. So I do all the silver, then the little bits of sort of bronzy brass trim, then the leather straps and the like the backpacks and stuff, and the trousers. I do those in brown as well. Then the teeth for the tusks. Then, unfortunately, I can't drown the whole model in Agrax Surche. This is where my orcs are much more fiddly to do than in my other preferred paint schemes, because I have to avoid the skin, apart from the teeth, of course. Got to put it all over the teeth, which is skin adjacent, but it helps with the shading. Well, I missed that on the back. I don't think I did that. I have to go back and do that. Then when these is all dry, then I can do the red, and that's yet another. Oh right, goodness me, that's another set of colours. So I'm gonna have to go around all the armour pieces, the helmets, the sort of gloves, the bits of sort of strapping they've got on their arms. Do those in red, then ink them in crimson. Then a bit of dry brushing and highlighting, then some boots, and then it's just touching up. But my basic orc stop knocking my paints over with your tail. My basic patina is the same for all my orcs. They're all the same up to this point, and then they can be any clan beyond this. So yeah, Evil Sons at the moment. I've also got these are truck boys, so I need to paint their truck at some point in the not too distant future. Then I've got a couple of the buggies and a couple of bikes to go with them. Don't know if I'll do them all at once or just do these first, but yeah, so that's that at the minute. So then I've been distracted by shiny things. So what I'm doing at the moment is I'm doing a lot of sorting out my filming schedule. Get me, my filming schedule, and I just can't help myself thinking, oh, you know what? I'm filming that other game, and I could really just do with X. I could really just do with Y. So the game I'm filming, not tomorrow because it's Wednesday, it'll be Friday. I can readjust the camera now. She's gone. She's officially left the room. I'm filming with some horrors on Friday, and it's irked me for a long time that I haven't got blue horrors for them to split into. And I assembled these yonks ago. These, oh God, it must be over a year, because these were the first ones I did any kind of test with contrast paint on. I've done some, like my Genestealer coats of contrast paint, and some of my Dracaria and other things. But these are the first models I picked up the brush and slapped the contrast paint on, and I basically just put the blue on them and then the flame, and was jolly pleased with the result. So I'm hoping, in relatively short order, I can turn these into tabletop ready blue horrors for tomorrow's game. So when I shoot the pink horrors apart, the blue horrors appear. But, of course, I realised my arithmetic error in that I only have 10 blue horrors and I have 10 pink horrors. So I need 20 blue horrors. Which may mean I choose not to paint the second unit of 10 pink horrors for a while, because then I need another 20 blue horrors. And I'm forgetting that brimstone horrors are a thing. As far as I'm concerned, they're not happening. Now, if there were two separate models, I'd be quite happy with that, but because each base is called a pair of brimstone horrors, I don't like that. If one of these died and it produced two more, so from one pink horror you ended up with 4 brimstone horrors, I'd be quite happy with that. But nah, to cop out 2 per base, nah. It's just like 1 for 1. Nah. Yes, that's what I'm doing at the moment. So I'm now going to see if I can make these horrors a bit more horrorable. And hopefully I'll have some time to get back to the orcs tonight to get the first coat of red on them. I've got a few hours. These should be quick, right? Famous last words. And now a brief interlude to pick some pumpkins. Right, it's time for some impromptu lunchtime hobby vlogging. Because this week is going crazy. And I also want to really confuse Lemmy, because normally what happens when I get up at lunchtime is I go downstairs and have lunch. Now she's looking at me really odd. So, got some Evil Sons. Managed to get them painted. Don't know quite how well you can see them. This is the big boss. Try to use... See a focus on him? My challenge here was to get enough yellow on to make it part of the scheme and, be a thing, but not so much as it dwarf the red. And I think that's kind of worked. Got the boss knob for the unit. A little bit of yellow on his trim there. And some little diamond on his arm. Yeah, quite pleased with those. Then all the shooters, mob of shooter boys. We've got those done. Now it's good. Got that ready. And now there's this one. So I assembled these probably about 2 years ago. They've been sat on the shelf for quite a while. Bases for the buggies. And then I realised that all these... Because these are really good models, but they're just going to be such a... If I assembled them all beforehand, they'd be such a swine to paint. I don't even think I'd be able to paint a lot of the interior. I mean, when you put that hatch on there, you just can't get at anything inside. And because there's so many bars and holes, I think you'd see through to where you've not been able to paint. So I thought I've got to do these as a deconstructed assembly. Deconstructed assembly? I'd leave them deconstructed whilst painting them. Just come back to the box and go, what bit's this from? Which wheel's that? I was like, right, trying to fit all the wheels onto the different chassis. Oh, goodness, he's confused. It's because it's lunchtime. Lemmy. So yeah, then I had to work out which grots have gone on which bikes and which buggies. So I've been comparing it to photographs online and such. And then the ambition I am following, which I think is a daft ambition, but I'm doing it anyway, is I'm attempting to do all of these as a single batch. So they were all sprayed silver, as you can see. So I've been going around doing the gold, the sort of brass type colour on them. Then I reckon it's brass, bone, and brown on all of them, because I do these orcs in lots of strange stages. Normally I do the skin first, then the metal, the bone, and the leather. Excuse me. But obviously they've got a silver underspray. And I can't do the green in the way I normally do it, because I do that quite slapdash with lots of going over the line. So I'm going to have to do that neat. In which case, I want the least... the way I do that is I do the least precise elements first, so it doesn't matter when I go over the lines. That makes it quicker. Then I do the smallest elements sort of last, and I have to be more precise with those. So yes, it's going around doing the gold and the bone and the leather. Then that's going to get inked. Then I think it's going back and doing all the orc flesh. So all that green, all that wah. Then I think onto the red. I think I want locking up for trying to do this as one batch. But what I might do is I might do a whole bunch of it and then ink it and then do, right, I'm just going to do this and then I'm just going to do that, I'm going to do the other. But this, with these lads and this represents a 600-point army, which hopefully is going to feature next in one of the Turning the Tide of the War games with Craftworld Ulthwi. Yeah, that's the plan. Right, I am getting mauled off to the right by a hungry paw who wants me to go and have lunch because she knows I always give her a little bit. So I better go and do that. Right, bye for now. Well, here I am dismantling the table from Saturday's game, looking to get it ready for Friday's game. And I knew I had a question to myself about how I was going to do this, but I need to work out how I'm going to separate the stones and the sand. Because it's not so bad with the stones and the slate. The slate's quite big, you can pick it out. But if I carry on like this, I'm going to be here a while. Thinking cap. I have a cunning plan, my lord. But not enough hands. Can I put this down to the edge of the thing? Will it stand up? Maybe. Oh, I'm not sure how cunning this plan is. But now that'll do it. That'll do it. Whoop.